Okay, it is right.
Gloves up, guns down. Gloves up, guns down. Gloves up, guns down. Podcast with Johnny Binder Jr. right now. Biggest gangster in the state of Texas, no questions. Trying to stop our brothers and sisters from living reckless. Going live, trying to improve the community. So connect with us, we bring unity. Freedom fighting, on the grind for the people. Power of God, helping us defeat evil.
Don't tell me about the power of God.
Man, look at God.
Man, the power of God, man. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
On the air, trying to give our people guidance. Gloves up, guns down, we trying to stop the violence. Minister Jeremiah got the nation behind us. Every Saturday at 3 p.m., that's where you find us.
And then, you know, and we can't just depend on, like, okay, or try to down our people by them not, you know, oh, they don't have this, they don't have that. Well, why didn't you put them on game?
Attorney Bruce, Mix Foxy, and Dr. Candace bring the cameras. We got
and we
receipts
worship you
and
and
hammers.
praise your holy mighty name, our Father who art in
Amen. We the voice of the people, so please listen. Creating accountability for these politicians. Still support the victims while trying to fix the prisons. It's gloves up, it's guns down. Please support the mission. Coming live from Mo City and we here to win. You trying to help get down with the movement then.
We need mental health. We need money. We need diamonds and gold. You owe us, America.
You know what's up. This one produced by Chuck. Just trying to use the platform to lift the people up. Reduce the death rate of people the same color as us. So put the guns down and pick the gloves up. Gloves up, guns down. Gloves up, guns down. Gloves up, guns down. Podcast with Johnny Binder Jr. right now. Yo, what's up? We back for another episode, another week of Gloves Up, Guns Down with the legendary Johnny Binder Jr., aka Minister David Jeremiah. We are live right now, Mo Serious Studios in the heart of Mo City, Texas. And so if this coming through your timeline right now, then do your boy the biggest favor you can do me. Please subscribe, like, follow, comment, right? As we go through this content today, we may say something that pique your interest. And if you do, we love to hear from you. Give us a call on the bat line, 281-896-8215. That's 281-896-8215. Or you can hit us on the main line, 281-969-8190. That's 281-969-8190. It's gloves up, it's guns down. And y'all know this is the place where I try to politic with Minister Jeremiah about what we can do to stop the violence in today's day and age. And just like last week and the week before that, and unfortunately the week before that, and unfortunately the week before that, it's been stupid murders, it's been ridiculous killings, it's been domestic violence, there's been all kind of drama happening just within our city. We've been for weeks dealing with violence just in our city. We haven't even went outside of Houston, right? And this week is no different. We got stories from people getting shot on the side of the road, people getting shot at lounges. We got husbands killing their wives. And so y'all know what it is. It's another day, and our goal ain't to just highlight the bad, but really talk about it, and more importantly, figure out what we can do to make improvement. We got a special guest in the building today, man. We get into Mr. Muhammad a little bit later, coming to us live, man, gonna give us some insight. I was having a little discussion with him about the Middle East and East Africa and Northeast Africa and what's really real, and what we've been bamboozled to think. And so we'll get into that conversation a little bit later, and we'll get it going.
Brother, it's 15:10.
And so OG making calls, he left his keys, and so he's stuck right now. But y'all know what it is. Gloves up, guns down. We're in the building. I got a song I'm gonna play for you. And shout out to my homie Urgency, man. I found this song, and it's so fitting.
Come on with it.
It's so fitting because my boy Urgency, he dropped this song some years ago, and I was just going through all my old music and stuff, and I found this song. I was like, wow.
We can play it.
Yeah, it was his, but he's straight. He already gave me rights. As a matter of fact, he haven't even published it. You can only get it from him. And so I can play it without having. So dig this, man. My boy Urgency, he got a song out there. It's called Shots. It's called Shots. Dig this.
Houston southeast side, a man at a gas station is run over, then shot to death.
I heard the gunshot and it fired, and I seen them.
Some man walked up on him and shot him in the face 4 times.
Many of these people live nearby and worry for their safety, especially knowing the gunman is still on the loose.
Hey, yo, shots out to the P. Shots. 12 shots through the peephole. Shots. They was coming in the raw. 16 years young, dead on the front porch. The first one got shot in his head. The second got shot in his leg. Then he shot 2 shots at the door and fled. It's time to lay dead. Just another scenario. In the hood I'm from. They say they don't want to play with God, so they rather play with guns. They see OPAM mentality, got them to see no escaping reality. Tired of the tragedies, tired of the casualties, casually looking, this is a catastrophe. Nobody want to wake up.
Don't nobody want to say nothing. Everybody got makeup on.
Most of y'all boys just stay front end.
Man, that's my bro Urgency.
Where the real men at?
Tell the truth, what's real about that?
Lost more than you won in the streets. Lose it all to bring back little Steve, I will. Crystal clean on the outside, but quarantine on the inside. Infecting your insides with a quick lie. Like I'm cool, yeah, I'm straight just to get by. But God see you hurting for certain, is waiting you down in the enemy lurking. He after your purpose on purpose. His purpose to kill out your purpose on purpose. It's worthless. Nobody wanna wake up. Don't nobody wanna say nothing. Everybody got makeup on. Most of y'all boys just stay front end. Where the real men at? Tell the truth, what's real about that? Lost more than you won in the streets. Lose it all to bring back little Steve. Why you demons sleeping me? Watching my every move. I was asking for about 3 whole weeks. So tell me what a demon wanna do. Jesus is the way to life. The truth don't stop. You won't think twice. No. I said he won't think twice. No, he won't think twice. Don't nobody wanna wake up. Don't nobody want to say nothing. Everybody got makeup on. Most of y'all boys just stay front end. What a real man is.
Tell the truth, what's real about that? Yo, shout out to my bro Urgency, man. Humble as a Child, that's available right now.
We got to have that.
But it's not available online, so y'all got to tap in with him and get that. You know what I'm saying?
We want to work with that. It's everything I say.
Yeah, I know. That's why when I heard it today, I say, bro, I forgot my bro put this song out, man.
Brother, that's my, yeah.
No, nobody, everybody got makeup from. He said the devil attacking your purpose on purpose. Man, let's get into one more song, then we'll get into our topics for today. This one here called Silence by yours truly.
Silence speaks volumes. It's loud and clear. Selective what I hear. Ask the Lord, incline my ear. This 2020 year to prove that we can persevere. I'm so sincere that change is near. It ain't no time for fear. The only time you got something to say is when people riot, or you bring up black on black. Other than that, you silent. Please stay quiet. Change is on the horizon. America was built on it. Why you surprised by the violence? We supposed to march, protest, and kneel. Did that for Castile. It still give me chills. And if I keep it real, should have been a closed deal. Officer still not guilty. Now tell me, can you feel? It's a time to speak, a time to shut up. Are you gonna stay hard or will you nut up? Praying for peace, getting ready for war, staying at ease. Got guns by the door. Rest in peace, George Floyd. You in heaven's army. You and Breonna Taylor and Ahmaud Arbery. I'm praying daily, trying to protect my sanity. Watched another black man die, another tragedy. Watched him give his last breath, praying for his family. Every time I see the picture, the coppers looking back at me. Each time we lost one, this really can't be happening. Mothers losing sons and these kids losing daddies. On live TV, we all witness the trauma. Getting numb to it now, that's another problem. We gotta deal with creating mental illness. That's why I pen this, to release these penned up feelings. Brothers us getting killed in front of their children. By the police not even treating us like civilians. You can stay silent, protecting your privilege. You ain't gotta say nothing, I promise I hear you. But can you hear me without fear and prejudice? We just wanna live free and be citizens. Equal opportunities, health care and benefits. To not be charged guilty when we innocent. Better loans for black businesses. You listening? Tired of getting the minimum. We tired of being limited. Especially when I know that God made us in his images. And I don't believe Jesus want me to be militant. That ain't my lane, man. I'm way less threatening. I'd rather strategize and prepare for the reckoning. Invest in the youth, cause it's all about development. If you staying silent, then you really being negligent. I know it's delicate and put you somewhat out your element. Worried about what your peers say when you expressing it. I came to encourage you, don't be hesitant. Use your privileges to make betterment relevant. All lives matter, but black lives is feeling desolate. Flint, Michigan, still drinking on that sediment. In the meantime, vote for another president, one that's not racist and belligerent. Change gon' come, I guarantee you this is definite. Remaining positive in a world full of pessimists. You can stay silent or you can give a testament, cause I'ma keep grinding until Jesus settle it. Silence.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was Silence by yours truly. That is available wherever you stream music at. Apple, Spotify, Tidal, iTunes, you name it. Go support it, stream it, download it. I definitely appreciate it. We're going to get into our topics today. Y'all know what to see is gloves up, guns down. We're going to get into the violence that's going on in these streets right now. And dig this. If you tuning in right now and you may have been a victim of some sort of violence or somebody in your family was, we love to talk to you about it. What happened? What could we have done as a community to prevent it? More importantly, but what actions are we taking afterwards to prevent it from happening again? Hit us up, 281-896-8215, or the main line, 281-969-8190. OG.
I can't say nothing, man, but I'm proud of my producer. I'm proud of the great work you do. And I can't say nothing, but you knocked me in the head with that song.
Oh, shout out to Urgency, man. He likes shots.
Yeah, man. You knocked me out from the beginning. You should have played that the last. You broke my jaw right at the beginning. But man, this show is gonna go all over the world. I know it. I'm not even worried about it. Dougie Fresh gonna pick it up. Russell Simmons, personal friend of him and Doug. I was a Doug manager. Charlie Wilson be here on the 10th. I'm gonna try to get him to come up here on the show. So it's a lot of things we're gonna do with this show, and we're the only one at this time in America that I know of that have a solution. Most people just talk about it, but we got a solution, and we take people to God and take people to a resolution. We give them a psychosocial assessment of Dianetic. Angry management, conflict resolution, whatever we can do to get them not to do it again. And then we ask them to put the gloves on. If you put the gloves on, you live another day. You pick up the gun, you die the same day. I know they don't understand what that means. That means even if you kill somebody, you're still dead. And if you get killed, you're dead. So either way, you're dead.
You kill somebody, both of y'all dead.
You dead.
Right? They dead and you dead. Like y'all both dead. Whether you die in retaliation or you spend the rest of your life in prison, you are officially
you're still
dead.
dead.
So talk about our guests we got in the building today. We got Mr. Muhammad, East African Proud, out here in Mo Serious Studios for Gloves Up, Guns Down. So who is this you brought with us today, sir?
Oh man, he's a personal friend. I was blessed. Sister, man, from Hooded for Healing.
Okay.
And we just rock. That's my girl. and I've been with her from day one for Hooded for Healing. I'm gonna try to get her to call in, but I rock with her from day one. I've been with her from Island Garden to God's Garden, and I've been rocking with her, and I've been successful with her. Gonna be more successful with her. She do real estate, then she sell hoodies, and because she Hoodies for Healing mean that she's selling the hoodies to them to heal, and then she been feeding people for 3 years, over 72,000 hot meals.
Yeah, I saw her. I was at the deal, at the swearing ceremony, right, for Dr. Candace when Ron Reynolds did it, and she was there. She catered it. She did the whole thing, decorated it. The decoration was on point. The catering was good, and she got up there and spoke about how long y'all been rocking and what she trying to do. And so that's how this relationship came about.
Yeah. It's
okay.
She, I mean, I'm gonna try to get on this phone and let her know we already done set it off, so she can say what she want to say. But she had just called in a while ago. But again, Queen, my fam, but he's a different kind of guy. I met a lot of Africans. I didn't like him. This one different. He don't look down at us. He come to help us. He don't be arrogant. He's just humble. He wouldn't even be on this show. This is not him. He behind the scene.
I can tell.
Yeah,
he's very introvert.
Yeah, he don't care nothing about no Rolex watch, no Bentley, nothing. He just go and take care of business and take care of his church. He just and take care of his country. He just humble. And he has humility, and humility is the sickness of greatness. That's all I can say about him. And he's smart. And I'm glad to work with him. And that's all I can say about it, man.
What's up? Well, Mr. Muhammad, we're glad you came. I'm glad you're in the building with us today. Me personally, I like to learn. I'm open to information, right? I'm open to education. I'm open to learning more about our people, about struggles in society. I'm open to learning more about just other people's experiences, right? And so I'm truly thankful. I'm thankful that you gracing us with your presence today, right? With that being said, I know you mentioned to me before that you was from East Africa, right? And so then I began asking questions like, okay, where from in East Africa? You told me you was from Eritrea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eritrea. Eritrea.
And you told me that was near.
It's East Africa, is close to Ethiopia and Egypt, by Saudi Arabia, by the Red Sea.
By the Red Sea. You mentioned to me that it used to be part of Ethiopia, and then it.
Correct. Yeah.
And what date that for me? When did that separation happen?
In 1991, we get split from Ethiopia.
Oh, so this is recent. This is like less than 40 years ago.
Yeah, about 32 years.
Yeah, 91. I was in 8th grade. So yeah. So within this generation, within this lifetime. Okay, so
exactly.
And how has from your experience, how has that separation been? With that is that called a succession? Would that be called a succession?
I can say that we've been colonized by Italians, and then by Ethiopians, by Turkish. It's been colonized, but right now we are a free country.
Got you. And so, what's the kind of American population like? Is it a bunch of Nigerians in America, right? I see a bunch of Ethiopians. I see a bunch of people from like Morocco out here.
Yes.
And so Egyptians, I see a few Egyptians out
here.
Oh yeah.
So here we are about we'll probably be about 200,000.
Okay.
About 200,000 plus.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How long have you been in the States?
I've been here in the States since 92.
Okay, so right after that happened, you came on.
Yeah, I just graduated over here at Texas Southern University.
Shout out to the TSU Tigers.
TSU, yes, sir.
Yeah. My wife got her bachelor's and her master's.
Yes, I
from
got
TSU.
I got my degree in business administration, finance.
Awesome. Her too. Hers is in accounting with a major in energy finance. That's what she does. Yeah. So y'all was both in the business school.
Correct.
Over at TSU.
Yes.
Awesome. So what's the purpose out here? Now, obviously, if you linked up with Jeremiah, then y'all freedom fighting.
Yeah, he brought me here, and thank you for having me, guys. So I was trying to find out about this show, and he just invited me. Actually, it was like a surprise for me. So I don't have nothing to
That's
say
what he
about-
do. He, like,
Yeah.
don't take it personal. That's
Yeah,
every-
no, yes, yes.
Yeah, if you rocking with him, then you gonna show up, you gonna come. Well, I appreciate you being here. So let me dive in here a little bit for a second. This is for my people who was having this conversation last week, right? About what today's society calls the Middle East, right? And this started, I believe, back in the first Iraq war days, right? Peace in the Middle East is what they was going after, and all of these things. And then my bro Ando, who is from Nigeria, he was the one who kind of put it on my brain at first. He was like, "Man, Chuck, the Middle East ain't real, fam. They claiming all that, and that's because they don't want to say that Jesus was from Africa." And so he said they don't want to say that. They don't want to present that, and so they split it and they presented it as him being from the Middle East. And so I began doing some research. I learned that in roughly 1859, the British government partnered up with the U.S. government to create the canal that connects the Red Sea to the ocean, right? And in trenching that canal, they separated what's known as the Middle East or Northeast Africa from the main continent of Africa. That was done in 1859 to create. And so now when you look at those Bible days, those same paths that they walked, right? We talked about Joseph and his brothers, them walking from Egypt all the way to the land of Canaan. You can't make that walk no more, right? You have to cross a body of water. You know what I'm saying? And that body of water is huge, bro. And so it requires a boat. It requires a ship to get across now. And so, and the governments did it for trade purposes and things like that is what our history books say. But I've learned that it was more about
Way more than that.
geographic idealization and control. I had
For a fact.
And so I got somebody actually here from
Ain't
the
that
area.
something?
I got somebody here from the area.
That's a miracle.
I'm just curious to kind of throw this lob out there, like what's kind of from somebody who's been there, somebody who probably got ancestors who's still there, right? You kind of got some insight on what that was like prior to my generation, right? What impact would you say that has had on the beliefs of the people in reference to like spirituality, and what impact has that had in reference to the people like locally, right? Because now things just aren't the same. Now, I know it's kind of a loaded question.
He
but-
can handle it.
Yeah.
He can handle it. Watch it. He can handle it.
Yeah. Well, which part do you want me to explain for you first?
The Middle East.
I want to
start right there because
Yeah.
the lie's out.
Yeah, the Middle East is complicated part because of the colonization, British, how they did it. As you can see right now, it's war between Palestine and Israel. It's basically not about terrorism or anything. Those people, their land been taken from them. They took their land from them, and they're fighting for freedom. They are freedom fighters. And can you imagine? You take their land, you don't want to give them nothing, they cannot work, and you're telling them terrorists, and they can't even work. They can't even live. You can just tell them, somebody imagine come to your place and he tell you that you cannot go out from this place. So what are you expecting them to do? I mean, they're dying either way. So there is no solution. And they didn't find, a good broker country, for example, like US supposed to be leadership. There is no leadership. There is no solution since 1967. What can they do, those people? Imagine they're dying already. Look at them right now. They're just like genocide is going over there.
It's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
It's genocide.
women
It's
and
ethnic
kids.
cleansing.
Yeah, women and kids. They are dying with our weapons. This is the weapons were given to them by taxpayers when we have a lot of homeless people. And
So I watch the news every day, right? And so on CNN, on MSNBC, and all these other major networks, they say that this is retaliation, right?
Yeah.
like this was they started it, if you will, and so Israel is kind of finishing it. You know what I'm saying?
they're finishing? I mean, imagine they're finishing 240. How much people they kill? 26,000. How much people can we wait people to die?
And
They're
10,000
dying
children.
and no food. I mean, this is crazy. How we are watching them, this is inhumane. The way they're killing women and kids, man. It's ridiculous.
I mean, and you know what I find even more ridiculous is the fact that, so I understand fighting, right? I understand battle, I understand war, right? But what I don't get is that in most battles, in most war, there's rules of engagement, right? Women and kids be off.
It's off.
Sick
It's off
people
limit.
be off, right? Hospitals be off. Like we just those are break the laws for the rules of engagement, right? And so that's what's troubling me about it, right? The fact that in the states we seeing arguments on both sides. We seeing Palestinian people attacking Israel.
All the colleges,
we seeing Jews. We seeing attacking
the
them.
colleges is
bad.
It's bad. One lady at the college, she spoke out against it, and they kicked her out the college.
Exactly.
She had to go to Congress and fight for her
And she
job.
was the president.
The president of the
Yeah.
I don't know if she made it or not.
This was Harvard.
And she
Oh, she didn't make it. They took her out.
She didn't make it.
No. She didn't make it.
That's the strength of the Jews. Have this whole country feeling like that they are blessed and no one else blessed for them. So which is a lie, because when you look at Abraham's life, since we ended this before we show that, let me clear the air with all the Muslim, Christian, Baptists, and we'll put up $100,000. We'll just go to the bank and we'll get $100,000 and put it up. Y'all put up $100,000, and we'll put our life up after that. That you're a liar, because Abraham had two sons, Ishmael and Isaac. Well, he had Ishmael first from Hagar, and then he had Isaac, which means laughter, because his wife didn't think she could have a baby at that age. Well, Isaac got a covenant. Ishmael got a favor. Isaac went to the Christian, Baptist, all that. Ishmael went to the Muslims, Egyptians, all that. Same brothers, the same God. God gave Isaac afterwards. At the beginning, he gave a favor from Hagar, because it was a favor what she did. We're so dumb, we don't even understand why he did it. The favor was done by the handmaid. So people talking about you got to be married and all this, y'all just shut the hell up. When you touch a woman, that's your wife. I'm just being for real. The imam just taught that. I don't know how I'm getting this conversation, but I guess I'm here. The imam just taught that. But a lot of dudes don't want to hear that, because they want to hit it, go here, because they have 100 wives. Because we want to freelance. Okay.
Well, they got a concubine confused.
Yeah.
Right.
Because once you touch Hagar, that's his wife. She had his baby. So God, they try to say it's a bastard child. I heard a pastor say that. I almost told the church up. I stood up. I said, "What you say?" I said, "A bastard." So you saying because they didn't go to get a piece of paper and a ring and it's bastard. I said, well, then why is it in America, out of 100% of the marriages in America, in 5 years, 89% of the people divorce, ain't but 11% make it. So your marriage game ain't good. Huh? You got more divorce than anybody in the world. You take more pain pills than anybody in the world. You take more drugs than anybody in the world. And you have systemic racism. Donald Trump, from the top down. Now he's running for president again. And had 500 conspirators, killed the police and 4 of them, told them we might have to shed blood. Everybody's seen it. I ain't the only one seen it. We got to take it back, shut them down.
That's what I've been trying to tell people. I've been getting into it with people all week about the election coming up, right? And
come on.
I've been giving them 2 fights. It's been like, one, first off, y'all focused a little bit too much energy on this national election, which is cool. It got to happen, so we might as well vote in it. But let's put that same energy into the local election.
They don't do it.
That was the first debate I was having. And then I jumped back into the presidential debate. It was like, okay, if we're going to have this debate, I need y'all calling me a sheep because I'm telling you how I'm going to vote. But you actually a sheep if you telling me you're going to vote this way, but you can't tell me why. You can't tell me why.
Come
All
on.
you can tell me is that, man, Biden old and stuff need to change. But you can't tell me why you voting for Trump. You just telling me why you not voting for Biden, but you can't tell me why you voting for Trump. You know
let
what
me
I'm
help
saying?
you out.
He's not young either.
That's a
He's not young,
that's a
just 2 years.
ridiculous argument.
Yeah.
That's why when people say that, I stop listening. 'Cause come on, bro,
young.
that's a ridiculous
And
argument.
did you see how he harassed that day to Tim Scott? He's telling. Did you see him how he make him like a joke? It was like a joke.
That's who you need to talk to.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. Tim Scott is a joke.
Tim Scott was straight cooning.
Yeah.
In capital C, capital, that's your phone. Capital C, capital O, capital N.
So you downstairs? Walk up and I'm gonna hand you $10. I'm on the 3rd floor. So you come off the elevator, I'm handing you money. In the bank building. I'm in the bank building.
Yeah, so they I was telling my people, I said, bro, you can't tell me it's about his age.
Yeah.
You can't tell me about his age. Like, miss me with that. You know what I'm saying? Because I got older people right now in my life who very capable. You know what I'm saying? So miss me with his age. It's those things.
Y'all run the show.
And so go ahead and grab your keys.
Won't you go to our first thing and then we'll come back and finish that conversation?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. You have $10?
I don't think I got cash. I don't carry cash with
me. I'm trying not to give him this 20.
I know.
You ain't got no cash?
Nope, I don't have no change for that.
Okay, I hope he got it. Y'all go up.
Let's go continue. If you want, you can finish about Tim Scott. I can.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
I'm going to show you something. This is
I saw it. I was watching the news, and I watched him get up there and co-sign his endorsement for Donald J. Trump, and I watched Trump literally make fun of him all in the same breath. All in the same breath. Like thank you and you ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying?
It's ridiculous. How do you vote for me? I mean, I just love you. What's he's loving? He make him like a joke. Did you see that?
Yes, I did. They treat him like the Messiah. That's how they treat him.
All of them, those Republicans. I don't know why they are scared from
Excuse me, man. This is too much.
And so
this man from Nigeria. He's from
How are you? I'm all right. You know, okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
You from Nigeria? Okay, hold up. This got real good.
So Nigeria, see, I got one of my best friends and my brother. He's Igbo.
I'm Igbo.
You Igbo?
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
Nemeka.
I think I'm Igbo. Say, what do you think about the Middle East? Come over here. What do you think about the Middle East? Because we know it ain't the Middle East, but you say when you say they changed it?
It was in 1859, right? So we're just having a discussion about...
Because they didn't want them to know that Jesus came from that region, Africa, because automatically they knew he was black. Yeah. So they tried to make it easier for make Egypt white.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And so we were just discussing when Northeast Africa became the Middle East, right? And so I'm curious to hear, you got how long you been in the States?
More than 10 years.
More than 10 years? Okay, so you was yeah, so I'm curious to hear what your thoughts would be on the current state of Northeast Africa.
Like, we need to...
Come right here, please. Just because we live on the air right now.
Okay.
So I want people to be able to hear you.
Come on, they need to hear you. Come on. Don't be scared.
I'm not scared. I'm going somewhere. Yeah, I'm not
scared.
Okay, He working.
Say it. Stop him. Just say what it is.
No, like Africans need to like stand on their feet, right? It's like we depend more on Western world, which is affecting us. Mm-hmm. So we need to go back to our roots, start doing our own thing. So,
okay.
Man, how do you feel about?
He spoke the truth.
What was the guy name we learned about the other day? The general. He was the youngest general in Africa.
Burkina Faso.
Yeah, him.
Man, he's the man.
That's my man.
Yeah, we were watching the video on
my boy. Yeah, he's my boy. Yeah,
that's my man.
Yeah.
We played him on the show.
I learned about him last week. That was my first time hearing about him.
We played him on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so when you said depending too much on Western ideology, that's the one thing he was against.
Yes.
He was
yes.
like, no, we need to stand on our own
Yes.
stuff. And so
Yes.
I can agree with that as well.
And when I go to Africa, after I leave Ghana, wherever he at, me and him, we go wherever that. Tell him the president. Tell him what we talking about. Who took over? Tell him.
What's his name again? The commander.
I don't know his name, but he's a young dude from Burkina Faso. The country is Burkina Faso. Yeah, their president, the one that did Q, I think last year, last 2 years.
He took it over 3-4 months ago.
Yeah. The younger dude.
Young guy.
Yeah, the military guy.
Yeah,
military guy.
Right.
Yeah, military guy.
He feeding everybody.
Yes.
He told the government he stood up in the UN and told them, y'all will not take our gold, you will not take our diamonds, our oil, no more. Yeah. No more of that.
They're gonna fight him.
Thank you.
Well, let him fight him. I'm with him. I go over there and fight. I die over there. Yeah, I will. I agree with him. America done took too much from us. We need that's our gold. That's our diamonds. They don't own that. Mm-hmm. We own that. 400 years of slavery, we can have our own. What's wrong with us having our own banks, our own water company, feeding our people, taking care of our wife and our family? I die for that. I will. Come on, man. Well, I don't want to be no subservient. I want to take care of my own people. I want to take care of my own wife and children, my grandchildren. I want to have my own bank, my own neighborhood, grow my own food. I don't trust them. Never will. They pardoned us in Tuskegee in 1934. Gave us syphilis. Did you know that? I know you didn't. You know that, did you? They gave us syphilis. Did they not? Yep. 400 men lined them up and told them they were doing an experiment and used them as guinea pigs. And they affected over 3 million women. And in 1974, one of the presidents came and spoke and said it was wrong. It took from 40 years for somebody to come and say it was wrong. Huh? And then they dropped a bomb on us. Hold up, they can hear me. They dropped a bomb on us in
Black Wall Street.
In Black Wall Street, 1921.
Yeah.
Hold up. Dropped a bomb. Everybody say Raleigh bumped into a white girl. That ain't why it happened, brother. We had the deepest oil field in Oklahoma. Next to them, I'll call the name of it in a minute. That was our oil field. So we'd had 1,000 billionaires. We'd had one Tyler Perry. We had a bunch of them. And we'd had a bunch of millionaires. And when they seen that, they say, oh, no. We got to keep these niggas on our foot. And took cocktail bombs and dropped bombs, killed women and children, shot them in the back running down the track. I talked to some of the people.
The survivors?
I talked to some survivors, me. And then it's on some of the tapes. You shoot a child in the back. You talking about Israel wrong. America wrong. And not one person have ever been indicted for killing all them people in Oklahoma. And then they turned around in 1985 and went to the movement in Philadelphia and dropped another bomb. You didn't know this, huh? Mm-hmm. You did? They dropped a bomb. Not the terrorists.
No, the U.S. government.
U.S. government. They can't say nothing about what I'm saying because I'm telling the truth. It's not rhetoric, it's truth. And people's cowards and they scared to speak. And that's why these pastors got these Sunday morning disco and star show and political horse centers, because we just hyping our people, but we not giving them what they need so they can be strong. If you give them the truth, that's why Jesus said the truth will set you free. I guess the pastor don't know what the hell that means. Not a lie set you free. The truth will set you free. If you tell a person the truth, damn it, they can go and take care of their wife and their family. But you just, all of those Sunday morning disco, they get up and leave. Same old, every day, every week, 52 weeks in. Mm-hmm. Now here we are over 100 years on all these churches. We don't have no banks. Little Unity Bank, got $1 in it. They ain't gonna lend nobody nothing. I put $250,000 in a Unity Bank. Me and Charlie Stewart, $250,000 cash. And told them I want to do real estate. They said, "Well, we don't do this." I say, "Huh?" We took the money out the next day and left. Ain't no black bank. It's just a black figurehead. They don't run nothing. We need our own black bank. How in the hell we got 400,000 churches, but we don't have 25, 30 banks? I'm talking about private banks. Mm-hmm. I don't want no franchise.
Yeah,
Because if you
private
do
bank.
franchise, they're gonna tell you what you can and cannot do.
Shout out to Killer Mike, him and the guys over in Atlanta.
Who's trying to come on?
They opened up. That's Samuel right there.
Okay.
They opened up Greenwood Bank, all black owned.
Brother, that's what I'm talking
They
about.
opened up Greenwood Bank,
And somebody in Katy, some 4 women supposed to own a bank in Katy. I want to fan them. Make sure we fan them. Because we want to go to them and talk to them about a $3 million warehouse loan. So, yeah, it's in Katy. Somebody told me that about 3-4 months ago.
Yeah.
4 black women in Katy opened up a bank.
Really?
Listen, man, until we open up our own private bank, I want you to hear me, Chuck. We will never be free, man. You cannot be free begging people to give you a loan, man. Begging people to help you with your wife and your children. You got a great idea, but when they do Shark Tank, that's all white folk. They giving thousands and thousands of dollars to them white folk, and they get 10%, 15%, 20%, mark, all of them. One little black boy on there, FUBU or whatever. And
Damon,
Shaw. Yeah. And look, man, and they let the little boy come on there, Kevin Hart came on there one time. They let him come on, because he got a lot of
influence.
Yeah, he did open up some vegan spots in L.A. Kevin Hart, I'm proud of you for that. But we need a black Shark Tank. We got black gifted children. Me and this man just met a girl can sing. I sang damn near anybody in America. I'm taking every dime I can fan, and we finna produce her. 20 years old. She 100-piece. She shut the whole, did she not, man? She shut the spot
I heard
down.
the video.
Did you see that?
Brother, she was singing from her heart, from hurt and pain. And I won't say who did it. I won't put all that out there.
Don't say that.
But Ray Charles knew what happened. So, but she was singing from pain, and I'm looking in her face.
You
can see
the pain.
Yeah, but she done overcame it too. Yeah. And she's stronger. And she ain't but 20 years old. And she looked at me and she said, I'm ready. I won't release nothing till you talk to me. I'm going back tomorrow, Chuck. Chuck, we're going to take her and put on this show. Put in with us. She'll be in platinum in a year and a half, 2 years. Chuck, she going platinum.
Man, it's crazy.
The song, Chuck, we was going down there to speak to our people by voting for Jamie for commissioner. And everything happened down there. So back to this as I leave you all, ladies and gentlemen. Until us black folks that spend $1.3 trillion a year, look at me, Chuck, $1.3 trillion we spend with massa. 96% of our money go out of our neighborhood in 6 hours. 96% of our brothers on Bel Air with 622 businesses and counting and 4 banks. They worth about almost $7 billion. Hold up. I met the owner. I met the man who made it. He said it took me 53 years to build this. 53 years. He took me to eat, took me to his service, took me back to his office. I met his wife.
But see, all that go back to voting.
Yeah.
All that go back to voting, man. When you talk about them blocks in Bel Air where those Asians kind of have it habitated, it's a reason why that 7-mile radius, even the signs in Asian. You know what I'm saying? The signs,
we got one street
just to let y'all know.
Yeah.
This is what's over here. You see what I'm saying? And so, and even you and me, I can't go into that Wells Fargo and do no banking.
No, you can't.
Even though it's a Wells Fargo in this building that I could walk into and I know the manager in that one. I can't go to the one off Bel Air. They're gonna look at me like, what are you doing?
They got no. They got private banks. Look at me.
That's what I'm saying.
No, they ain't no Wells Fargo over there.
No, it's a Wells. It's on Bel Air and in the Beltway.
Yeah,
They have it.
Yeah.
We believe it. They run it.
Oh, and it's Asian letters on the side.
Yeah.
The Wells Fargo is in.
But all of them, most of them, because the area is a Chinese area.
Brother, I'm proud of them.
Me too.
They took.
This ain't no hate.
They look.
This ain't no hate at all.
Our brothers, because they got brown eyes. They looked at Black Wall Street, and the man told me
because their money they bring it together. But we're not doing that.
We don't do 96% of their money stay in their neighborhood. Don't but 4% go out.
Mm-hmm. Now let me ask y'all this: do you feel like our, and when I say our, I mean our culture, do you feel like our lack of money management is due to like the trauma from slavery, or do you?
It's a fact.
Okay,
you already answered.
And I say that because I was having this complaint with somebody else. They was like, we need to get like the Chinese people, how they stick together. We need to do like these Hispanics, how they stick together. And I was like, bro, all these people came to the States with culture.
Come on.
Right? They brought this culture with them to stick together culture.
We don't know where I was at.
It was taken. You know what I'm saying? It was taken. So not only do we don't know where it's at, we wouldn't know what it looked like if we'd seen it. It was taken. You know what I'm saying? And so that's kind of my problem with it. When we talk about how fast money leave our community, man, look, it was designed that way. You know what I'm saying? For us to not have it.
Chuck, I'm so glad we're on this conversation because we never had this conversation.
Yes, this one different today.
Sometimes we just go with the spirit. We trying to play this.
Yeah.
But let me go on and tell the truth here. They say we got in 1619, 1 year for the Plymouth Rock, okay, which is a lie. We got in 1555.
Mm-hmm.
When you subtract 1555 from 1619, you got 64 years on the chessboard. That's what the chessboard is about. It's not a game. It's life. You got 16 pieces on one side. You got another 16 pieces on the side. But the white pieces on the other side move first. Ain't no flip of the coin. Whatever the brighter piece, beige, white, it moves first on the board. You got the queen, the king, the castle, the rooks, the knights, the bishops, and our castles on the end that we used to live in. We weren't in no apartments. And the strongest piece on the board, movable. Explain this. Movable. The strongest piece on the board is the king.
Queen.
No, it's king.
The king.
I've been letting people say that. It's the king. That's why everybody's trying to protect him. See, you can kill the queen and the game don't stop. But once you kill the king, the game over. She the strongest movable piece. I got to go say it right.
Mm-hmm.
See, because I've been not wanting to say it, but I'm saying it now. When the queen, not just her movable, when she's thinking, like Queen Sheba, when she's thinking, she the greatest woman on the planet Earth. When she know who she is and her purpose. Because now she's sitting on the board like this, with the two castles and the rooks, and the bishop, and the knight, and she telling them which way to go. And if anybody come at him, she kill him. Because she the only one can go anywhere. The chessboard shows us the 64 years they made us pawns. And it's hard for the pawn to make it to the other side. It's almost impossible.
Yeah, you're going to die.
You're going to die before you get there.
You're going to die.
And the few that make it, if you make it, you get rewarded. You can be whatever you want. If you Negroes can make it. So it's a con game. So the dominoes, checkers, and all that. But when you master chess, it's millions of moves per second. You come in your mastery. We come in your mastery. We're on TV. We're on the show. You want to come on the show, son? Okay. So what I'm saying to you, the reason why we can't keep our money. Willie Lynch, 1712. I'm so glad you put it on that thing. You tagged it. I want you to tag
saw that?
I don't miss nothing you do. You tag, because when you doing it, God did it. So you tagged it. And when you tagged it, I was like, thank God. That music and that. So now everybody hear that funky music, gonna go look. What this mean? Willie Lynch, 1712. Take the flat nose against the pointed nose. Take the dark against the lighter. Like you've seen in School Days with Spike Lee. It's the same thing. We've been fighting each other. If the girl brighter, you think you white. Michael Jackson messing with his skin, Beyonce messing with us a little bit. Because in their mindset, They don't know that the darker you is, the more you at home in your roots. That's why they made us think that hair, that new hair they got is no good.
Mhm.
It don't protect from the sun. They only have protect from the sun. They have like lamb wood. They have like burning brass, feet like burning brass, eyes like burning fire. That's the real Jesus.
Mhm.
That's why they got the angel food cake white, the devil food cake black. See, they should have never sent me to prison, Chuck. That's a dangerous thing because I had time to study and think how dumb I was. And I say, damn. So this is why I take this book everywhere I go, The Promises of God for Men of Color. All colors come from us, Chuck. In the coloration, all colors come from black. Everything on life came from us. We dominant, they're recessive. You can't get dominant from recessive. The ISIS paper proved that. So until
even the natural law of colors proves that, right? Like
Yeah.
we was in elementary school, we learned that we got primary colors.
Come on.
All of these primary
on.
colors combined will give us black.
Come
You know
on.
what I'm saying? But the literal definition of white is absence of color.
Thank
you. Know what I'm
you.
saying? That literally what white means. Black
They
color
know that.
means no color involved. And so by the generic definition of color, right? Black means all and white means none.
That's a fact. So again, our people destroyed for the lack of knowledge. God said in 2 Chronicles 7:14, I want y'all to hear us. Y'all should be calling in with your children and stuff where you can learn something because it's serious. We are locked right now, and we locked on this lie. The American dream is an American nightmare. You work 30 years, you got high blood, kidney failure, diabetes, where you want me to go after the show. We sick. One person, well, I lived to be 90 years old, but you couldn't run, you couldn't have sex, you couldn't drive, you couldn't remember nothing. You was just there. So
You was here.
what's the worth of your life?
Was you really living?
You wasn't living, you was existing. If you can't drive, you can't wipe your own butt, you can't cook your own food, can't have sex, something wrong. We live to be 999, 700, 600 years old. So everything they teaching us against nature. It's a fact. But we so ignorant, we think Daniel died. We think that's a die. They don't die. That's the way of life. Daniel didn't tell the king, this is my dad. He said, I'm not eating your meat. He didn't say for 6 months, not ever. All your wine. Because the wine is a 16% decayed poison plant. It's poison. All alcohol is poison. Yeah. So all the games, cigarettes, tobacco, cotton, that's how they control us. And that's why they wanted to kill Winnie Mandela, and they brought Mandela out for a fireman. Everybody think, Mandela the president. Why was Kirk the vice president? Oh, you didn't hear what I said. The man he beat,
Was the vice
Kirk, was the vice president. And they brought him out to stop his wife from taking the land back, giving it to the righteous owners. If one man owned 50 properties, she said, I'm going to leave you with 201. I'm taking them. I'm giving to those people. And then she was killing the snitches. She was cutting their heads out. So they had never went to go get him in there, Mandela. He been there 27 years for the apartheid. Why did you go get him then? They went and got him to make him a fireman. That's why they went and got him and brought him in. First thing they do, how could you get rid of your
To shut
wife?
the people down.
Hold up. How could you get rid of your wife that's been with you 27 years and fought apartheid for you and put her life on the line, spent millions of dollars to fight and fly all over the world for your freedom, and you get home less than a year, you divorce her? So you think he wasn't a fireman? I love Mandela. But I don't want to call him what he is. I'm just calling him a fireman. Because there's something else go with that, but I'm not going to do it. He's a fireman. Because when he was over here in America, they asked him a question. They say, all the killing over here and the shooting over here, are you going to say something about the systemic racism and George Floyd, all that? He was alive on some of the killing. And I think it was Omar, who said something to him? Somebody of high rank went to him and asked him, he said, I have nothing to do with that. I didn't come over here for that. I come over here to raise money and go back. That's a robot. So you just believe in the black people in Africa? And we come from Africa? They drug us over here? we wasn't biologically born over there, but our genetics go back to Africa.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think I'm an Igbo. Because whatever warrior in Africa, that's what I am. I'm a warrior. So if it ain't the warrior side, it ain't me.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I just told him I love him, but I'm letting him know I die for what I believe in. I'm serious. I don't give a damn about no life, man. If I can't stand up for my wife, my women, my children,
well, and that's
I
the problem.
I can't do it.
It's too many of us out here who not willing to stand on something.
Yeah,
you know
because
what I'm saying?
the money. Why we? I'm gonna get back to you.
No, you good.
We got, brother. We got 36 billionaires black. We got 34,000 millionaires black. I didn't know that till about a month ago. I say, oh my God, we got trillions of dollars, and we ain't doing nothing with it. None of mine is hooked to us. Bronze James, I love him. He went for us to school. He did the charter school, $60 million. You got to clap your hand for him. Mm-hmm. Every time we got choked or something, he would put the T-shirts on the game. He shut the whole NBA down. Whoop. During COVID, he shut it all down. Mm-hmm. When they did that, Florida, they shut it down. The tennis players, everybody followed him. Hockey, I ain't never seen. Magic, nobody. Bird, nobody never did what he did. Bronze James wouldn't play. The whole NBA shut down. Okay. The whole soccer, baseball, or tennis.
And then when they did come back, they had, when the NBA did come back, they had Black Lives Matter everywhere.
Yeah,
right?
They
all
put it on the side,
all on the
put
court,
on the side,
everywhere.
Yeah, yeah, because the people who own it, I won't call their name, but the people who own the NBA, they got sense. They said, man, we don't support this.
Yeah, we
gonna
make
lose
trillions of dollars, and this money come from these people.
Yeah, this 80% of the people over here is black.
Yeah, we have to.
We ain't got but 20% of the places, so we gotta step up for this. Mm-hmm. And not only we're gonna put money, and for the little girl for Black Lives Matter, if she'd have done right, not bless her heart, and she'd have did right, Black Lives Matter was and would be right now the biggest movement in the world, besides Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and stuff like that. So we our own worst self-enemy. Soon we get the money, we go get a mansion and Rolls Royce. No. Take your money and make it. And then when the people run, no. I made 100,000. I took it. I flipped it. I bought this car. I flipped it. I bought this. All the money here go to books. The money is the company. I spent it on the people. I didn't take the people money.
I spent it on myself.
I spent it on myself. I just took my check, what I make as a CEO, $250. $250 been all right for her. $250 a year for all she did.
Yeah.
I don't care about her sexual preferences. I don't want to hear none of that.
I'm talking about distraction.
Yeah, that's a distraction. I'm talking about what you did. I end with this, Chuck. I'm glad we're on this. Until we change our mindset from this Eurocentric mindset and go Afrocentric, we more whiter than them. That's why a lot of black people ain't play chess. That's sad. You got more chess players in LA than anywhere. Mm-hmm. They playing it, but a clock. They not playing. Mm-hmm. I went to LA. I've never seen nothing like this in my life. I'm talking about 45, 50 black men.
Yeah, they playing.
Brother, I think the clock is like 10 to 20 seconds.
Yeah, make this move. We ain't finna sit here all day.
They hit the clock, you got to move.
10 seconds.
You got to move. And I'm looking at them, shoot. I'm saying, ooh, I ain't ready for them. I ain't ready for them, Chuck. I can play too, but I ain't ready for them.
And see, I'm one of the ones who I can't play.
Yeah.
I didn't gravitate to it. I didn't understand the importance. I do now.
Now you do. Now you're gonna learn. Because
I'm gonna get one up here. I got a chessboard at the crib. I'm gonna bring it up here.
I'll teach you.
And just leave it
it's
up
about life.
Mm-hmm.
See? And that 64 years, they took our name, our religion, our God. They took everything from us. They took our culture. So the Africans, when they come over here, they should do like him. Mm-hmm. Bring the culture back to us.
Well, so I told somebody else, and you can check me on this or not. I told somebody the reasons why most Africans who really from Africa, but they not African American, they immigrant per se.
Come on.
I feel like they get a rip for not liking African Americans, right? And I told my bro, I said, that's because they know we don't have no culture. You know what I'm saying? They know we moving with this Eurocentric mindset.
Come on.
And we not living up to what they know. Right. And that's just my own theory.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
But when they come over here and do the same thing these other foreigners do, selling us alcohol and selling us bad food and cigarettes, and why can't you come over? Y'all got millions and billions of dollars and open up a center in Texas, in California, and sit us down and tell us about our culture. We know about it because we've been reading about it, but I'd rather get it from the horse's mouth.
Well, because what we've been reading about, we've learned is not accurate.
Right.
You're right.
The Middle East, I've been knew that was a lie. 30-some years, I've been knew that.
And so I just found that out 2 weeks ago.
Oh, you never.
You know what I'm saying? And so, like, even and I'm educated. You know what I'm saying? And so, but what I'm saying is, when you in America and you in a school district, right? Fort Bend, HISD, whatever district you in, then they got a certain curriculum. You know what I'm saying? American history, U.S. history, world history, and in all those histories, they ain't telling us that. You know what I'm saying? Them histories not telling us about the canal that was built. Them histories not telling us, them histories ain't telling us that Egypt is actually in Africa. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They just telling you about the pyramids and this and that. They don't tell you where that was at. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm with you. Yeah, I love to hear from, that's why I was asking you questions. That's why I put Extra Boy, because anytime we can have a source here,
you want to say something.
Yeah, in fact, Africa is big, like it's 50 continents.
Yeah.
So majority of African Americans, they don't understand Africa, they think it's one, but it's 50 continents, and each one...
There's one continent in like 50 countries.
Like
on
the
this
same
continent.
like United States, like 50 states. In Africa, we have 50 countries. Different, with different culture.
Different language.
Different language. We have, even my country, we just have about 10 languages. Just my country. Ethiopia, they have a lot of languages, about 99 maybe.
Wow.
Nigeria likes that different. That's the problem in Africa. You see, the problem over here in the United States about racism. In Africa is about languages. Each language they want to be superior.
That's deep.
That's the problem. That's why they're fighting each other. That's why the problem is in Africa. You see, it's different mentality.
How does that affect the money? Right? Is there like for example, they use the what's it called, the Nairobi? What's the Nigerian dollar?
Naira.
Okay.
Naira.
And so is I'm assuming
it's for all of them. It's the same one. In the money they are okay, but the problem is in the language and the tribe. That the problem is right now. And then the good thing about the US, they have democracy, they have election. But most of African countries, they don't have no election.
Yeah, they have a
selection,
autocracy, right? We got one guy, he king, the minority, he the whatever it is, he runs it.
That's it. Whoever the military overthrow and they come, they stay forever. That's the problem is in Africa. Unlike in America, it's election. Even though it's election, but sometimes there's some people they don't vote, and then you get a wrong guy like Trump, for example. He win when Hillary was good, but a lot of people didn't vote. Then he just win with a lot. I think the electoral vote also is a problem. Maybe if they do it popular vote, it might be better.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. We shouldn't have no electoral college.
Yeah,
electoral college should be gone. Yeah. Frankly, it's 2024. I should be able to grab my phone, right?
Yeah,
I should be able to go to my phone, download the voting app that's provided by the government, right? They already got 2-factor authentication for every time I'm trying to log into something. They verify my ID, so they know it's me. You know what I'm saying? And then we should free internet and everybody vote. You know what I'm saying?
No, but the problem is, look at
they don't want us voting.
I know.
Trump is trying to stop all the voting he can.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because he know if all of us vote, he'll never get in.
No, they say they're deciding are like Florida and Michigan and Pennsylvania.
He won't get in. He know he ain't gonna get in California.
And even in Texas, where they making it hard, removing ballot boxes and they removing the option to mail in vote.
They make it. Yes.
You know, as we talk about this, and this is a wonderful conversation. Y'all should be done call in by now, but tell them to call in before I say this.
Yeah, give us a call, man. 281-896-8215. 281-896-8215, or you can hit the main line 281-969 8190. 281-969-8190.
Chuck, let me say something to you and Mr. Muhammad with love and respect. And I want to thank God for the wisdom that I have from God. This is not from man. Man don't have what I'm finna say. Right. It's just a few of us have. It's about 5% of us, if that many. I love studying for a reason, Chuck. I hate not knowing who I am.
Mm-hmm.
I was upset with myself. I thought I was an African American. I'm not no African American, Chuck. So if I born in Russia, so I'm an African Russian? So I'm a Russian?
No.
No, I'm not. I'm an African born in America. I'm an African born in America.
So is that not what African American means?
No. No, when you say African American, you're saying African in America. So you're saying African American. So it's best to say I'm an African. Make it clear. I'm an because Jesse didn't mean no harm. I don't think he meant no harm. Jesse coined it.
Yeah, Jesse Jackson. So, I remember that.
Yeah,
I was
come on, man.
in school when
I mean, to be honest with you, how come saying that African American? What I think
I'm not American.
You maybe say it's better Black American. To be honest with you, I know how.
Yeah, I'm a Black American.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a Black American.
So what?
Let's fight this. Come on,
but if you was born here,
but I'm not American.
Was you born in the States?
It don't mean you miss what I'm telling you.
You was birthed in the States.
What do American mean?
On American ground?
Let me help you out. What America mean?
America is the country.
What do America mean?
What do you mean?
Okay.
As far as a country,
here we go.
You got the continent of the North America, right, which comprised of
just not
Canada,
even the name.
America and Mexico.
They made this up, Chuck. The Aboriginals, the Indians, our Aboriginal brothers, they were selling West looking for Indians.
They was here first.
Oh, yeah, and it wasn't no America. So what I'm telling you, Africa's not.
I know they made it up. They literally called it the big experiment. You know what I'm saying?
Boy,
I get that. They called it an experiment.
So why would I take experiment, let them make me something I'm not? I'm not American.
Because you were born in it.
It don't mean nothing because they named it. That ain't. I'm the original man. Anywhere I go, I'm original, Chuck. I don't care where you take me, Russia, India, wherever you take me, I'm the original man. All life comes from Africa. That's why they got the bone structure, Lucy, 2 million years old. Now they got the new bone structure. You with me when we found out 4,600,000 years old. Nisia start with an A from Ethiopia. So we so ignorant, we won't go back to Africa and find out where we come from. We scared. Because we want to be accepted over here when all the money over there. And they not over here. Bills, Jury, Rockefeller, all them over there. They getting our gold, our diamond, our oil. We ain't got no, what we got over here? A Rolex watch? It come from over there. Without Congo, these telephones, nothing, the TV. You do know that, right? We proved that the other week, didn't we? Without Congo and Africa, brother, you would have nothing over here from technology. It all come from Africa. Yeah. And they stealing from us, and now the Congo's not, you seen it. They standing up against America saying, and China said, y'all gonna pay for us now. How you got hungry people in Africa? Me and him got to raise money right now to send over there, because he told us it was 5 tribes with over 100,000 people with no water. They drinking muddy water. We just got a phone 2 days ago. And you think I ain't gonna raise that money?
That's why I want to give a shout out to people like Jay-Z.
Come on.
Jay-Z done built several wells at different tribes in Africa.
Well, I'm sure I'm sure gonna call him.
Shout out to the homie Bizzle. Bizzle built a couple. Bizzle put out a whole album called Well Water.
Okay.
All the proceeds went to different villages in Africa. All the proceeds went specifically to building wells.
I think John Legend and Alicia Keys
they did something similar as well, where they put a whole thing out to just dig wells in all these different areas.
I'm gonna get them. Let's go back, because we just talked to the chief there, me and him. He said, and he sent me the letter. He said they got 5 tribes right now. They was all right for a while. They had clean water, and some kind of way They took the clean water, where the clean water come into all 5 of the cities, and some kind of way they took the water,
redirected it,
and knowing that they would die. They got a short lifespan, brother. Do you understand what I just told you? They drinking muddy water.
That's your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, they drinking muddy water. And here we over here with all this money, and we won't go over there and take care of people. And so, Chuck, until we know the knowledge of God, until we start praying back to God, as Brother Warren 2X say, and then sometime fast. Just fast if a number once a week. Take 1 day off, 2 days off.
Man, I've been doing it. Mine coming up next week. Yeah. And so I start this year off. I got one in January. Yeah. I'm gonna give me a fasting every month this year.
And all it's doing is resting your digestive system.
Yeah, I've noticed it. When I did it in December, I felt so much better after them 3 days.
Yeah,
I feel so much better.
I got to get back on my fast like I was, and I've been falling down, getting up, falling down, get up. But I'm gonna get it done. But our people destroyed for the lack of knowledge. It's in the Bible. That's the only reason we destroyed. We got the power, but we destroyed for lack of knowledge, and then we destroyed for unity. There's no unity.
Facts.
There's no reason why we don't have 25, 30 banks. We got all these mega pastors in mega madness. I told Pastor Ratliff, and I'm putting it out there, I love him. He know I told him. He was making $12 million. He was getting $12 million a year. Okay. He had 12,000 people. I was there with him for about 4 or 5 years. And I say, Pastor, let's open a bank, a black bank. I didn't say private. I didn't know about it then, but now it need to be private. And he said, now you paid eight. How much money they paid for the Ratliff Center? I think they paid like $4 or $5 million for the Ratliff Center. Cash, cut the ribbon, put a McDonald's in it, all that. My question to him: why would you laugh when I ask you something so meaningful? Put your mic back on. Why would you laugh? And then he turn around and get knocked out. Now you can't open a bank because 9,000 of your people left and 9 million left. So all I'm saying, Chuck, if the pastors won't come together, the one that say they got the cloth and believe in the word, we believe in the Bible, we believe in Jesus. No, you don't. No, you don't. You're a lie. The rappers told me, and the one that do it ain't enough of them. The rappers told me when I told you when I was in prison in Leavenworth, I said, you're a prolific teacher, you like Malcolm, you can go. They shift you from prison to prison. You say, you got a mouthpiece, boy, you can go. He said, we'll follow you. These dudes from LA, the real Crips and Blood, not these ones claiming it, bless their heart. He said, we with you. We'll stop all this killing, stabbing, all that. Say, but we need to do one thing. I said, what? When y'all stop fighting,
yeah, we'll stop fighting.
The Catholics and the Protestants been fighting over 100 years. Now we got Israel over here bombing Gaza. I'm asking a question. Then we can go on and play the song, get out of here and do the thing. Yeah. I want to ask a question. Who would intentionally bomb a hospital with infants and having babies in the baby things, pregnant women in there, children in there?
Somebody whose intention is ethnic cleansing, right?
Yeah,
like their goal.
And we support
genocide. Their
look
goal
at me,
is
Chuck,
to wipe them out,
and they taking our tax dollars
to pay for this,
and we supporting Israel to kill our brothers and sisters.
Regardless, they're human beings. And we have.
You want to say something on the show? You want to come on?
Y'all tuned in to Gloves Up, Guns Down. Let's see here. Yeah, we over the hour mark, so we about to wrap up in a minute. This come around your timeline. You watching this make sure you post a comment. If we said something you got a question about, I'll definitely comment back and we'll respond to that.
So I end with this, Chuck. I'm speaking to black people in America. And I don't want to go by the Africa. That's not African name, by the way. We just let them say Africa.
Mm-hmm.
They named it Africa. It was not Africa. It was Asia, and we can prove it. So, and it was the whole region. Ain't no Middle East. All that's a lie. And as long as I can keep you confused, I can control you.
Mm-hmm.
Puppeteer, the puppet. Do you know, Chuck? Almost over 80% of people in America are puppets.
Sheeple.
They sheep.
Call them sheeple. Mm-hmm.
We blind. I used to be one of them.
Yeah.
We still smoking cigarettes, still drinking alcohol. Now we got the hookah pipe. Everybody got the hookah pipe. And almost 70% of people got that dye in them called tattoo. When God said in Leviticus, don't put tattoos or engraved images on your body. Not one pastor taught that. Because half of the pastors got it. And now we're dying from obesity. Something we finna talk about. We've been tore from the floor up. Our whole mindset is not of God. If you're gonna be a copycat, copy God. We keep copying the zoo. We zoo animals. Now we're sleeping with dogs. Got the dogs in the bed with us. We got them in the bathtub with us. We married them. You hear what I said? We married a dog, and the dog come from a wolf. So this whole thing is not of God. That's why Honorable Elijah Muhammad wrote the book, The Fall of America. People think that book a joke, but it's right in Matthew 24:27. It say earthquake in diverse places.
Mm-hmm.
It says the worst is yet to come. God's saying that he personally is gonna kill America. He's not gonna let no terrorists or nobody get that little plane hit the ground. No, I'm gonna do this. If you look at the storm, the snow and the earthquakes and the rain,
all of that,
that's God.
I was telling somebody, you can realize last year we had wildfires on the West
California
Coast.
For 30 to 40 days and couldn't maintain it and couldn't put it out.
While the wildfires was going on, we got a blizzard on the East Coast.
Come on.
We got a hurricane in the South.
Come on.
We got the Midwest getting hit with tornadoes. And the upper North getting hit with earthquakes.
Come on.
All at the same time.
Come on.
This was last year. You could check the stats. Go look. In the fall last year, there was a blizzard in the East Coast while there was wildfires on the West Coast and a hurricane down here all at the same time.
You one of the few young people that's seen that. We so blind, deaf, and dumb. We turn the TV on. We're looking for Martin, that old stuff. We're looking for JJ, that old stuff. And we ain't gonna look for the Cosby because they made us not want to look at him when he didn't do all that. So again, we like to be entertained.
Mm-hmm.
We like turning it up, but never turning it up for God, but turning it up for the devil. And that's they say it in the Bible, in Genesis, that they would use our women for spoils of war. They were looking for Jesus, say kill all the babies 2-year-olds down.
Mm-hmm.
Remember? They said, well, how about the women? They said, no, don't touch them. What we gonna do with the women? We're gonna use them for the spoils of war. For booties.
Mm-hmm.
That's when the butt thing comes. 36-24, they use Ohio players, running floats and ditches with them skin tight britches.
Well, and that's the same thing that's going on
and then
right now in Gaza. They got half of them they complaining about that. That was in the news about how the Israeli forces was raping them and pillaging them and all of these people and then turning around and killing them.
Yes.
Right
this
after
is ridiculous.
that.
I don't know where they want them
Some
to go.
of the prettiest women in the world
they
over
just
there,
tell them to go this side and then they go bomb that side. I don't know what they
they
just want to wipe them out. They want them to move out so they can take the place again. But they're not going to wipe the whole 3 million people like that.
They're going to try. Same thing, Putin was trying to do in Ukraine, right? I'm trying to wipe y'all out and take over that.
But the thing is, look at the hypocrisy. We're blaming Putin, and at the same time, we're supporting Israel.
Yep.
If we're blaming Putin, we need to blame the same thing too. They're the same.
Yeah, I
They're doing
agree.
the same thing.
Only difference, and I could be wrong, but I was according to the news, right? According to MSNBC and all the sources, Israel was under attack first, and so this whole war is the response, right? This whole war is the response.
That's a con game.
That's why I said
How
according
under
to.
attack?
That's why I said
That's a con game.
they said they came in. What was it?
them-
October 7th. They
Yeah.
killed.
I mean, what 200 people, whatever they took, and what about then killing 26 people and eradicate the whole house and this stuff?
No, I
What do
agree.
you mean?
That
That's
shouldn't
not an
warrant
attack.
a war.
That's not a war, and they're not fighting. They don't have a fight to fight with like them. That's not a war. That's a killing. That's genocide.
Rwanda, I know you don't know this, Chuck. In Rwanda,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll show you the movie.
I seen it.
The Clintons, for 9 months, they called them and told them what was going on. Clinton wouldn't make a move. They killed over 1 million of us, and he allowed it. And he said, man, if you let them keep killing them, man, when it hits you, you ain't gonna win the next election. So during the next election, he went on and tried to clean it up. After he let over 1 million of them die. Say, man, the Bill Gates thing, that might he want to clean up 1 billion of them, came up with this COVID, this man-made foolishness. There wasn't no pandemic. It was a plandemic.
Mm-hmm. Charleston White said COVID was really World War III.
Yeah. He
said, and the Chinese won because U.S. had the most casualties.
Yeah.
So this whole thing, Chuck, is a setup. You go buy a house for 30 years. So 20 years, you pay $200,000 to $400,000 of interest. The house ain't but $150,000.
Mm-hmm.
You can pay for the house 2-3 times. And then the last 10 years, you pay the house off. Now you got diabetes, high blood, cholesterol, obesity, cancer, you dead. You work 30 years for a house that's raggedy now, and you raggedy, and you dead. And you get to God, and millions of people get in front of God, and God, yeah, God, I worked 30 years.
God said, man, depart from me. I never knew you.
Boy, you already know what I was finna say.
Yeah.
God, I worked 30 years. I played dominoes, checkers, and I went to some concerts, and I bought some Nike tennis shoes. And
it'd be worse than that. God, I was at church every Sunday.
Yeah, and I was at church too, God.
Yeah.
And God, look, what did you do? Oh, I played dominoes and checkers, and what did you eat? Oh, baby back ribs and pork chops and Popeyes on Tuesday and Whataburger. Ooh, that Whataburger and Burger King. Oh yeah, and McDonald's. And God say, who told you to do that? Your teeth weren't even made to eat meat. Did you not read in Genesis 1:26? I said your meat was fruit and vegetables. No pastor has ever read that. Tell Jenny to read that. It's in the Bible twice. God said it twice. He said your meat is fruit and vegetables. Then he come back again and said it again. They've been trying to get it out the Bible. Because as long as we bad food, Chuck, they make trillions of dollars. That's why CVS and Walgreens, I ain't never thought, I ain't gonna lie to you, but neither one of y'all, I ain't never thought I could do without meat. You know, because I rose up on meat.
Mm-hmm.
And when the brother's talking about, man, you eat that meat, it's going to give you cancer. And I'm like, man, this is my burger. I don't get a burger but once a month in the penitentiary.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just cutting my burger in Oklahoma. He said, man, but it's got E. coli bovine. I ain't never heard none of that. It got E. coli bovine bacteria. I remember what he said to me.
Mm-hmm.
He said, take the meat off. I took the meat off. He said, bite it now. I bit it. It felt like the meat was on it because the juice is on it.
Mm-hmm.
He said, brother, it's the taste. I got up, I went to my room, I prayed, I looked for a dictionary, started studying about meat. I came back the next day, he came to my table, 22 years old. I was 30-something. my dumb self. He was out of California. No, he was out of San Diego, California, and used to be a gangbanger.
Mm-hmm.
This Negro smart. He came to my table. He looked at me. He said, "Brother, let me help you out. Wean from it, you know. Eat it in moderation until you can get off it." I said, "Man, I really appreciate you." He said, "Man, I ain't been upset." I said, "Brother, you didn't upset me."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "I would never eat meat again." He said, "Brother, you just gonna cold turkey?" I said, "Brother, I read what you read, and I went and studied it. I'm killing myself." I say, "I would never eat meat." I went in the common front room, got a job where all the vegetables and all the stuff to cut up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I went in the common front room, and the only thing I ate for about 10 years, I ate fish like once a week because I didn't know fish was meat because it's in the water, you know. And then when that lady came down and proved to me about the mercury and all that, about 12 to 15 years ago, I stopped eating it. So, again, Chuck, I can't tell people what to do. All I can tell them, our teeth were never made to eat meat. You look at Forks and Knives, you can look at What the Health, and sure, look at the one you looked at, Game Changer. Until we change the narrative of how we think like slaves. You're eccentric. And whatever tastes good, we eat it. Whatever feel good,
we do it.
We do it. And while we shooting our wife, our women, and our children, and it's the worst time, and Greg Abbott has a curse on him. Mr. Abbott, I want you to hear me. God is going to get, nobody else, God going to do it. God going to get Donald Trump, Greg Abbott, Patrick, him, and that other boy down there in Florida. You're going to give a gun.
Ron DeSantis.
Thank you. You're going to give a gun to 18, 19, 20-year-old child, and their mind don't even develop till after they're 21. So he's emotional. He's impressionable. And when you give him a gun, he has a sense of power. Ladies and gentlemen, take this tape. Send it to your children. Wake your children up. Stop giving these damnable games to your children. Shoot. When a child 18 years old, they done seen over thousands of murder. And it ain't the Pac-Man where you shoot and jump back up.
Mm-mm.
So they done tricked us to self-destruct. You heard the song, 1990. All the rappers got together, headed for self-destruction. Now we not headed for self-destruction. We in self-destruction.
Yeah, we there.
1990. We talking about 34 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
34 years ago. 40-something years on Ball of Confusion.
Mm-hmm.
Ball of Confusion. They seen it. And now today, we live in it. Ladies and gentlemen, we pleading with you from gloves up, guns down. Put the gloves on, live another day. Put the guns down. They have tricked us into killing one another. You don't see no white children over there shooting and killing each other.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see no white children calling that woman bitches and hoes. I said it. Four-legged dogs. But it's us. Until we respect woman, a nation, Chuck, rise no higher than its woman. Until we honor woman, black woman, white woman, brown woman, whatever, all women.
Mm-hmm.
Remember this, Chuck. Moses, Jesus, Abraham, none of them ever disrespected a woman. Just us. The next one, Chuck, is the children. Suffer the children, forbid them not. Let them come unto me. If you hurt one of these in Mark 10, if you hurt one of these, you'd rather put a milestone around your neck and be thrown in the deepest sea. Why would Jesus say that? He went gangster. Uh-oh. And in John 17, Jesus changed his language. And all these pastors, I've never heard one say it but me. I challenge them. Come on, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus said, Father, I've done everything you've asked of me. Boy, I wish I could do that one. I've done everything you've asked of me. And I glorified your name in the land where you may glorify me. Watch this. I do not pray for this world anymore. I only pray for those that follow me to my Father. You read it about 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus said, I only pray for those that follow me to my Father. You know why he said that? Because he came down. So he said on the cross, Eli, Eli sabachthani, my God, why have you forsaken me? So God had to pull back from him and let him feel desolate like us.
He had to. He had to
Let
go through that.
him feel what we feel, hopeless. I was in prison with 40 years. I was hopeless for a moment. And then when I found God, I wasn't hopeless no more. I knew I was coming home. See? So, because I had crazy faith. Bishop Dixon say, bold faith. And I had faith emphatically. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm saying to my people, man, look, we got enough money. We got enough power. We need our own water company. We need our own bank. We need our own credit union. We need our own Sharp Tank. And we need our water company because they'll do the same thing they did in Jackson. 192,000 people and pause in the water. Then they did the same thing with Flint with over 100,000 people. So they showing you what they'll do. How do we know they ain't doing it in how many other cities? So again, as I end, Chuck, our people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. And until we study to show ourselves approved, we'll be puppets. And the puppeteer will control us. And we'll keep on shooting and killing one another. And the Ku Klux Klan said this, you niggas doing a great job. If there's any of you niggas left, we'll kill the rest of you. Thank you.
Gloves up, guns down. We just hit the 90-minute mark, so we're gonna call it a wrap for this week.
Who trying to come in?
To our no, that was Sam. So what's up, Sam? I see you there. Look like
See if you want to say something.
They just tuned in and listening.
What's up, Sam? He from Africa.
Hey, how you doing, man? Good to have you on today.
Good to have you guys.
Good,
you see our African guest?
Yes.
Speak to your African brother.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
By the grace of God, I'm doing excellent.
Excellent.
Tell him what part of Africa you out of.
I'm from western part of Africa, Ghana.
Ghana.
That's where we got to get the money to send down.
Yes.
To clean them 5 villages of water. And we're going to start that campaign right here.
Yeah, we just got a call a couple of days ago. That's about
They need over $100,000 to clean the water up in Ghana.
Do you have a Ghana community here who can come collect money for them and send it to them?
I'm not part of the Ghana community.
You're not?
No.
Okay.
I have somebody for you though. I do got somebody who from Ghana. They've been here for a while.
Yeah, let's do that.
They go back.
Please do that.
Yeah, I think let's connect.
Let's connect the dots
so we can do that.
And you, Sam, you need to come in and help us do it too. You from
Ghana? No problem.
All right, tell your wife we love her, and would she like to pray us out? Is she there?
Yeah, she's on the phone.
Okay, tell her if she want to pray us out. Let us know, cause we're finna put PSA on, and we're going after it.
Okay.
Tell her we love her. Ask her if she want to pray before we go out.
She's on the phone.
Tell her we love her.
On the phone.
She's in the phone. Okay, I think
all right, Sam. We appreciate you, fam. We about
anytime, Chuck.
All right, man.
He love you, man.
Yeah.
He love you. Thank you,
love
Sam.
you.
Yes,
you're welcome.
He's so humble.
Yeah,
he the only man humbler than you. He humbler than you. He humble, man.
That's good.
He won't say a word.
Man, y'all been tuned in. Gloves up, guns down. Y'all know what it is. It's another week, another episode, and we out. Make sure this come across your timeline. If we said something that you think is impactful, leave a comment. I promise we'll follow up with you. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, and stay tapped in. Stay positive.
we talked about a lot of knowledge, ladies and gentlemen. This will be a good show to run. We went from Africa back to America, back to Africa. We done had 3 Africans here. One came in with my keys, and God let this happen on purpose. That's why I'm trying to tell her. You never know why.
Like we be having a plan on what we're gonna talk about, but like we're gonna move with the spirit.
Somebody was mad at me about these keys, but God wanted me to. And guess what I gave him? I gave him the whole 20.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he probably needed that.
Yeah. He smiled when I handed it to him.
He's happy.
Because I was gonna try to give him 10. And God said, I dare you.
Yeah.
I handed that man that 20 so quick for a bonus.
Yeah.
You know,
a tip.
Yeah. He's ought to get paid. Yeah.
And he deserved it. And if me and him had some real money, I'd have gave him $100 a piece.
Mm-hmm.
Because we want to show him we love him and we glad to see him driving, study him out in the street, robbing and stealing. So you supposed to tip people when you got money. Look out for people when you got money.
Mm-hmm.
So we can help one another. So we had 3 of our African brothers here today. We had Sam,
mm-hmm.
and we had our family here,
Mr. Muhammad,
and then our brother came in from the
from Nigeria.
Ain't this something?
Yeah, he was Igbo, and so shout out to the Igbos out there.
So Africa's rubbing all over us now. So we appreciate all 3 of y'all. We thank you, brother, for coming out. We know you don't like getting on TV.
Thank you for having me, guys. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, you deserve it. Mr. Muhammad do real estate. Y'all need to get with him. He'll show y'all how to make a lot of money. You can call him at 281-896-8215. That's my number. That's how you're going to get to make some moves. You will not get his number because I know what you'll try to do, and we're not going to do that. So, again, my number is 281-896-8215. Not all of y'all, but some of y'all come in trying to, we ain't going to go through that. It's protocol here. So you want to talk to Ms. Muhammad, call Chuck first. Chuck will call me. Then I'll call him. We'll go over it. If it makes sense, we'll buy it and give you your part and go home, take care of your wife and your family. And we're going to get this money together for Ghana and clean that water up and do some good things that Chuck talked about. Some of our rappers already done. And we're going to do it again and again until we can get ourselves empowered, y'all. Let's take our $1.3 trillion, y'all. Let's use it for ourselves. Let's build some computers like Kirby John did, Corinthians Point 1 and 2. Let's grow our own food, y'all. Let's get our own water coming and hope some banks. And you pastors, I'm going to ask you one more time before I light you up. Please, millions of dollars y'all putting in the banks. Help us open up our own bank where we can be in control of our money. We can use it. And we can have our own Black Shark Tank, and we can help our gifted children. May God bless you. And we need vocational schools because 80% of children ain't going no college for plumbing and welding and electricity and coding and carpentry and security because over 97,000 women. Chuck found it. Mm-hmm. Chuck, I want to know how many got kidnapped in 2023. That was 2022.
Yeah, that was last year.
So when we come back next week, please let me know how many got kidnapped this year. And I know it's in the 90,000. Watch and see. And how is the police department, the government, the CIA, FBI, they can see everything on the planet, but they don't see all these beautiful Black women being kidnapped. But if you kidnap 10,000 dogs, they'll stop America. But you kidnap the most strongest woman who commits suicide less than anybody on the planet Earth, even billionaires, with all the hell she done been through, all the hell she done caught, thrown in the wilderness, Hagar. She dropped the baby, and God brought the water. Hagar was running in the wilderness. God was getting our women ready because he knew that we wouldn't be men, Chuck. We not men. Because you're a male don't make you a man. You're just a male. The man, you have to be the walking manifestation of God. God said he created you in his image and his likeness. He said he gave you dominion and power. Where's your dominion and power? We know we replenish the earth. We got so-called baby kids everywhere, baby children everywhere. So, but where's your dominion and power? And only way to get dominion and power is the knowledge and the wisdom of God and use it properly with an understanding. Thank you, Chuck.
Poetic, man.
Yo, I'm going in like punishment. Put your faith in God, don't put it in the government. Hard for me to trust in it, cause they ain't got no love in it. That's why I worship Christ, because he never break the covenant. A black man trying to survive in the United States. It's kinda hard, cause the country got divided. Hate a Negro civil war, with this black on black crime rate. Need to value one another, change your whole mind state. Black lives must matter to us too. We can't expect them to do us better than us do. It starts at the house, real men need to step up. Worried about that miracle whip, really need to catch up. It's all good, stack your bread, pockets make a muscle, but prioritize, man, God, family hustle. When God first, everything else falls into place. Without God, everything else just a disgrace. So don't worry about your mistakes, long as you got his grace. Nobody can dictate where you go. Just improve and try to get straight. Keep having that big faith and watch God open up another door. I'm just saying, no time to stop playing, bro. Not sure what you waiting for, need to start praying more. Look, it's time to build up each other, turn these women into wives, stop making baby mothers. Stop killing our brothers over colors, fighting over a block that we don't even own. The time's getting tougher, but we don't have to suffer, because Christ is on the throne. Pay attention to the truth and not the rhetoric. And I'm thinking my country might need an exorcist.